Oh,
I
I'm
love your
so,
name, the Curvy Critic.
I love my name too.
Yep.
But thank you for that, Unjoo. I appreciate it. I'm so excited to talk to y'all. I saw this at Toronto last year, and I was so incredibly, it was on my list of things to do because it was written and directed by a woman, it was starring women, is honoring my girl HelenReddy, who was all about the women's movement. And I know that now, Tilda, are you from Australia too?
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
know that you and Danielle are both from Australia. How did it feel to be giving homage to a fellow Australian?
Very special. It's an incredible honor to step into her shoes and also to just learn more about her life. Going into this project, I of course knew the song and I knew a little bit about her, but it really one of the greatest joys of my life to really delve in and just learn about the details of her life and all the amazing things that she did and fought for and the incredible journey she had.
You did an amazing job. How about you, Danielle?
Um, Same for me. It was honestly, I read the script and it got me. And at the end of the script, reading Lillian's notes to Helen at the very end, that really kind of just broke me a little. And I think I just wanted to know more. I can't believe I didn't know more. I didn't realize that Helen was Australian, which is, I'm really embarrassed to say, but I knew her song and I didn't have the context for it. So it was really incredible to kind of get that context and see where we were, see where we are now. Yeah.
Absolutely. Anjou, you shot this in such a beautiful way. So thank you for that. It was so gorgeously shot. And you did it kind of like, it looked like it could actually take itself off the screen and be put onto a Broadway stage as a musical. Was that intentional to shoot it that way?
Um, well, first of all, I had an incredible partner to shoot this with, which is the cinematographer Dion Beebe, who I'm also married to, but he has done a lot of musicals and we're both huge musical fans. So we had, even in the development of the script, when Emma and I were first working on the screenplay, we really approached it like a musical in some ways. We placed Helen's songs emotionally through the story, so that they really hit resonance at certain times. And yes, definitely, I think there is talk about taking it onto the stage, which is really exciting as well.
But how do you guys feel about the Equality Act being passed finally after all this time? Because when you shot your film, the liner notes at the end of the film said that the act still had not been passed. And since the film has been released at the festival, it has.
Well, it actually hasn't been passed into the Constitution. It hasn't been implemented into the Constitution. What has happened recently is that the Virginia, which was the last state to ratify the ERA, means that technically enough states have ratified the Equal Rights Amendment for it to be passed into the Constitution. But the problem now is that the statute of limitations is probably passed in order for that to become a reality. But it's fantastic to see that the Equal Rights Amendment has been picked up by a lot of people and that there is a really big push to try and get it back on the table as a talking point, and hopefully it will become a part of the Constitution in America.
Well, I was all excited because I just knew it had been passed. So thank you for clarifying that for me.
Yeah, and you know what? I would be so happy to have to change the end card of the film. The day I have to do that, I won't be complaining about having to go in and readjust my film. I will be thrilled to do it.
I know that's right. And last but not least, when was the first time y'all heard I Am Woman and how did it make you feel? I'll start with Tilda first.
This is a really ridiculous story. The first time I heard it, my dad was singing it in the kitchen. That was the first time I heard it. I think the first time I really heard it, I was quite young and I was at a women's march with my parents, and that song played, and I remember feeling like having a group of women and, amazing feminist men around me. Feminist allies. It really felt like a war cry, and it really felt like it was galvanizing people together, and I felt that was very powerful.
Absolutely. Danielle?
I don't ever remember not knowing that song. It was played at home as I was growing up. It was just something I always knew. I knew the lyrics to it, and I didn't necessarily know why. I just grew up with it. But I didn't have any context for it, and I didn't know anything else about it. So it was kind of cool to get to do this movie and just learn all of that.
Cool. And last but not least, my sister, Miss Moon.
I think it was probably when I was sitting in the back of the car as a young child, and my mother and her, I remember my mother was driving with a friend at the front, and the song came on, and they literally wound down the windows and let their hair loose in the breeze, and they were singing along. And I remember thinking, wow, that song is really important, because it really changed these women in the car. But I've had so many experiences now with the song through not just through the movie, but with Helen. I was really lucky. I got to be with Helen on her last tour that she did. She just before she fully retired, she had a little brief comeback moment, and where she played in Palm Springs and Florida and Los Angeles and Australia, and I think that I won't forget going to Las Vegas with her, where she did her final 2 shows, and just seeing the fans that had traveled from all over America, people who some of them have never missed a HelenReddy concert in their life, and we all stood up in the audience and we sang along with her. It was really quite special.
Well, this was quite special. I'm so excited that I got to speak to all 3 of you. You're all very lovely. You did a wonderful job honoring HelenReddy. I became aware of her, of course, as a child when she had the HelenReddy show on television. So I'm a lot older than all of y'all. So I saw that. But,
oh my God, great.
But I love the show. I love her and I love y'all. And I'm looking for really great things to come from all of you in the future. Thank you so very much for taking time out of your day to talk to me. I appreciate you.
It's so great to meet you, because I have been reading your columns, so it's wonderful to finally meet you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you so much. It's wonderful.
Yeah, you wrote a pretty great review for us, so thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, my face hurts. All right, ladies, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day or night or morning, depending on where you are.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.